And taking a peep into London, I'm being joined by my colleague there, Juliana Olainka. Good morning, Juliana.
Good morning, Chimaze.
So one of the UK's biggest motor insurance companies, Admiral, is given a £25 refund to customers as cars and vans sit idle in the coronavirus pandemic. That's a huge sacrifice, I guess. But wouldn't this put pressure on other insurance companies to follow suit?
It is likely to put pressure on other insurance companies, Chimaze, and they have been under increased scrutiny, particularly last week and this week. Admiral has become the first British premium insurer to offer this rebate to customers. It's £25 for about 4.4 million cars and vans, and no customer will have to apply for this. They will just receive the money in their bank account by the end of May. This will cost Aviva, Admiral, about £111 million. And really, it's because, as you said, so many cars and vans are not on the road at the moment, which means there are less claims, so the company are making money. And rather being seen as an insurance company that are making more profit during this pandemic, they want to give it back to their customers. As I was saying, the industry is under increased scrutiny. Just last week, the Financial Conduct Authority, the market regulator, did urge insurance companies to treat their customers fairly and politely. Of course, nobody was expecting this coronavirus pandemic. So even customers that have quite lengthy, detailed insurance packages in the small print, paying out in this kind of issue just wasn't there. Even though that is the case, the Financial Conduct Authority still does want insurance companies to treat their customers fairly. And also yesterday, they just announced that they would be working with the government as part of a select committee to try and be more helpful should there be another global health pandemic in years to come.
And clothing giant Primark has gone from making £650 million in sales a month to nothing as the coronavirus has forced it to close in Europe and the US. Does this tell the plight of other retailers?
It does, but particularly Primark, because they just have been so successful at a time where the UK high street is dying. Last year was the worst year on record. So over 25 years, the high street has never seen as many people coming to their stores. And Associated Food Group, which are the umbrella company of Primark, they did release their figures. And one of the reasons why they're suffering so much is because they don't have an online presence. A lot of their competitors do. Even though they're doing limited deliveries, they still at least are able to sell some clothes, and Primark just doesn't have that. Their chief executives do believe that they have enough profit, enough cash to get them through this pandemic. But one of the worries that they have, and we've seen this echoed across retail, is how you open the stores. Closing them and closing and starting a lockdown is one thing. Getting consumers back in your stores is another thing. And even when, these restrictions are limited or lifted, there will still be a limited amount of customers that are coming through your doors. So this 650 million to zero, of course, is staggering and worrying. But for now, they think they can cushion the blow. It's what happens in the subsequent quarters, which is really worrying the retail sector in Britain.
Well, it's interesting to know that while some are losing in this, others are gaining. Netflix has seen subscriber numbers surge this year as lockdowns around the world keep people at home where they want to be entertained. Now, that's irony of life, right?
It is the irony of life. You know, the Netflix and chill slogan, hashtag, whatever you want to call it, is very much, on the rise right now. They got 16 million subscribers in the first quarter of this year, which is absolutely staggering. I believe the company had forecast about 7 million. So it's more than doubled that. They're seeing lots of their really popular series. I don't really watch Netflix, so I can't name you all of them, but most of my friends and colleagues do, and they'll know all of the popular ones that they've been watching. But this is great for Netflix because, of course, the streaming platform services are becoming a little bit saturated. We had Disney Plus launch last year in America, just last month in Britain. Apple TV, which have put out the stakes. They've got people like Oprah Winfrey, Jennifer Aniston, A-list stars working with them, and they were much cheaper. So Netflix were really feeling the pinch. But, you know, all of their oldie but goodie series that have come back and people are excited to watch them has seen this surge. But of course, the main reason is because people are staying at home and can't leave out. So it's seen as a good thing. But of course, investors are still a little bit cautious because they know that come the second quarter, when hopefully lockdowns are removed, that perhaps they won't have this many new subscribers. And they're suspecting that it will fall back down to the 7 million in Q2. But of course, this is still great news for Netflix. And at the moment, we're all looking for a good business story, and Netflix success is just one of them.
Oh, I wish them luck. And we can only wait and see what eventually happens. Thank you, Juliana. We hope to get more update from you later in the day.